What's up, people? You know who this is. Once again, the one and only Greg, aka Crazy G from New England Concert Reviews, and I am at the interview thing once again. Today we have a few gentlemen, actually 4 gentlemen on the phone, and they are brothers Frank and Joe Adamo, Art Maglio, and Ralph Gibbons from the band Legion. Hello, welcome. Thanks for taking the time to speak with us here at NECR. I'm going to get right into it with you gentlemen. For those who have never heard of Legion before, can you tell us just a little bit about the band?
Well, we started in the early 90s, really, we formed, and we released our first album, Shadow the King, in 2005 as a self-release. And that was picked up in 2006 by Majestic Rock Records of Japan and Britain. And since then, we had a few lineup changes, and we replaced our original singer with Ralph Gibbons, and our bass player with Artie Maglio, and our drummer with previous drummer with John Sullivan. And that's where we are right now. And we have an album now called Warbeast on Pure Steel Records, and it will be released September 30th.
Hey, great segue, man. Right into my next question. Is there anything you can tell us specifically about Warbeast that we may not know about?
Let me think. Well, it's our second album, and as far as the material, I would say it would be much heavier than the first album, Shadow the King. I would consider this more like more of a heavier European style album, maybe more modern than the last one. Maybe the other guys would want to chime in too. Yeah, I think it's got a lot of more guitar stuff happening. The vocals are really intense. I think we stepped it up a notch. It's more of a hard driving metal. That's big, right?
The self-titled track, Warbeast, is energetic and furious. What can you tell us about that particular track?
As far as concept or...
Both, whatever you like. Choose your poison.
This is Ralph.
Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, I mean, it's basically a song about war, hell, the whole thing going on. However you want to look at it, whatever your interpretation is of whatever's out there, the beast.
I tend to ask this question of some artists, not all the time, but I want to ask you guys because I have 4 of you here. And I know all the tracks are great, and you love them all. What tracks would you say are your favorites off this CD, and why?
This is Frank. I'll take this. I like the Pale Horse. The first track, the opening track, it's exciting, aggressive. Again, the vocals are soaring. There's another song, Life and Spirit. It's more of a ballad, more of a dirge, a darker song. Anybody else? Yeah, I would agree with Frank. Pale Horse for me is probably my favorite song to play too. And also, like you said, with Life and Spirit, because it's the other side of a hard driving metal band, and it shows the more of like, I don't know if you want to use the word like radio playable, but there's not many stations out there that play hard driving metal. So yeah, it's more like towards the ballad, but still it has brisk leads, a very melodic song, and that's probably my second favorite. Very only raw style Scorpion, 70s Scorpion.
I'm going to touch upon that in a little bit. It seems Legion is well liked not only in your home state of New Jersey, but also across the pond. Would you say there is any difference in comparison between playing in the two, and how do the fans receive you, say, in Germany compared to New Jersey?
Well, we haven't been over there yet.
Oh, okay.
A lot of the feedback we get, most of our fan base is from Europe, and Germany is really behind us.
I did see that, though, and yeah, definitely, Germany is, their fan support for you guys seems to be bigger than many other places.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know if you guys noticed any difference or comparison between the two and what you might think would attribute to that.
It's much better as far as our kind of music. So as far as that, I think when we do go over there, I think the reception will be even better than it is here. He's not saying that the reception isn't good here, but I think the music is a little more understood in Germany, places like that, anywhere in Europe.
Your website states that Legion is a strong progressive metal band, influenced heavily by Rainbow, one of my favorites, Maiden, another one, Priest, of course, and Yngwie, just to list a few. One can definitely tell a resemblance to these iconic bands. How does your individual styles of playing, what part does it play in capturing that particular sound for that particular band?
Well, I mean, I think we all have different influence too, and I think that all those bands you mentioned, we did a lot of time into. So, I think that it's subconscious more than anything else. But these are influences that we've heard for many years. So it's ingrained in our playing, it's ingrained in our writing, it's in our DNA. Yeah, and it's second nature to us to write that way.
And no, again, I can hear those influences. They're very distinct. You guys really can capture that. I'll tell you, when I listen to Warbeast, I got that impression immediately.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. Yeah. That's really great. That's what we want to bring back. Not too many bands, especially here, playing that kind of music anymore. So, we want to, try to bring it back, but just try to, lengthen it, lengthen the life of it, and, continue making that style of music.
And that's absolutely correct, because I'll tell you, some of those bands, I grew up on. Those were some of the greatest bands back in the day.
Yeah, totally.
The band has a couple of shows coming up. One in particular, the Rock Carnival, on October 2nd in Lakewood, New Jersey. Other than being your home state, what else is so special about this particular show for Legion?
Oh, man. Alice Cooper, Boys to Cole, Zach Wild, JD DeServio, who mixed our album. Second Pain, they're playing. It's, these guys are all influenced, we're influenced by these guys, and they're great guys, this is the stuff we love. We're fans too,
Nope, that's cool. You guys are great at segueing, let me just tell you that.
We've been in the studio for a while.
Yeah, obviously. You guys love all the metal bands from back in the day, and I want an answer from each one of you. Which one is your ultimate favorite and why?
That's on the bill, or our ultimate favorite 80s band? Or
just ultimate 80s metal from back in the day. That includes Rainbow Maiden, Deep Purple, all of them.
I'd have to say, this is Frank. My first influence was Kiss. 1976. That was it. Pullman and Special. I saw it. And that was it. That was all. Well, for me, my biggest would be pretty obvious. Would be Iron Maiden, obviously, because I play bass. Need I think more? I mean, Steve Harris is probably like the best bass player, best metal bass player ever to play. Kiss isn't my favorite band, right? But what got me into it. But as far as from the '80s, would be Iron Maiden for me. Because he's probably the biggest influence on me as far as my metal playing goes today.
Hey, this is Ralph Vocals. It's going to be pretty obvious that listen to it. You're looking at Rob Halford from Priest and King Diamond. Those are two of my biggest influences, no matter what. Those are ones that got me into that scene.
Yeah, this is Joe. I would have to say that Richie Blackmore and Tony Iommi are my primary influences, along with Michael Schenker, Uli Roth, of course, Yngwie, and, of course, my favorite bands would be Black Sabbath, Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, and then obviously Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Scorpions.
That's cool, and, you seem like you've conformed to a solid unit now.
Yeah.
You have a lot of different influences that you can all bring to the table, which rounds that sound out pretty well.
Yeah, I agree.
For the fans of Legion, the diehard fans that have stuck through you guys through thick and thin, what would you guys like to say to them listening out there?
Yeah, I would like to thank all of them for the continuing support and for them being very patient for us to release our second album. It took a long time. We went through a lot of, personal things, and, we got through it, and I'm very proud of this album, and hopefully the fans will be too.
Listen, if you take your time with it, I'm a person that does this. I would rather take my time and do something right to make sure it's correct than to sit there and just blow through it. There are a lot of artists and or bands out there that, look at Metallica, they're just coming out with a new one right now. Look how long it's taken them to come out with another album. You could speculate so many reasons it's not even funny, but
right.
They are Metallica,
Yeah, you can't rush art, or you can't rush songwriting. Sometimes songs come quickly. Sometimes, the ideas just take a long time to develop. But, you just got to be patient with it.
And that makes perfect sense. How does that work for you guys when you write, though? You just said it took you a little longer than you wanted to, maybe not, but it took some time on this CD. How is the meshing through that whole process? I don't know if this is your first album with all the current members.
Warbeast is the first album with Ralph and Artie. Shadow of the King, when that was over, we pretty much got right back into writing. The album was, the material was written relatively fast. It was just, the original band kind of imploded, and then, it was the search for new members. And we went through, a billion unknown singers and known singers, and we actually demoed some of that stuff and kind of scrapped it until we were happy with what we had.
Ah, okay. Nope. And hey, you got to do what you got to do sometimes to get to that point. It takes a lot of hard work and determination, and sometimes a lot of artists don't get that because it is an art, and it's not something that can be forced.
Right. Yeah, I would say that even with younger guys coming up, younger bands coming up to, they have to be patient. It doesn't take overnight, to develop your own songwriting, your own songwriting style and what you are as a band. It could take a long time. You have to meet up with the right people, and you got to keep playing and keep writing. And your early songs are going to be terrible, but you just got to keep writing, and sooner or later they're going to get good.
I totally agree with that statement right there.
Yeah, it's a long haul. You got to look at it that the ultimate goal is to just keep getting better.
Practice makes perfect.
Exactly.
As I said, you guys have a few shows coming up. I mentioned the Rock Carnival on October 2nd, but after wrapping up this current schedule, is there anything in the works for Legion in the near future that you can share with us? Like, are you guys automatically going to go right back into writing? Are you going to go on a major tour? What can we expect from you guys?
Well, we pretty much do have an album ready to go. It just basically needs to be fine-tuned and recorded. We want to see what the album's doing in Europe, see what happens if maybe we can be brought over there and do some touring.
Ah, awesome.
We're still going to be touring the U.S., on our own.
When does Warbeast get released again? Is it the 30th?
September 30th.
Just want to let the listeners know that for you guys. So, is there anything else that, either of you guys want to let us know about, the expectations for Legion for all of you going forward?
Well, we really hope this album does good for us. We're confident in it. We think it's, a really good album. Obviously we put a lot of time into it, and I think, the listeners, will hear it. When they play the track.
Some of the early reviews that we've been hearing are really good, so we're hoping it really, takes off, and we can do another one.
Well, I definitely like Warbeast. I checked out the live YouTube video, and I got to be honest with you, I was like, wow, these guys are underrated for that genre.
Well, we basically just go out there and play. It's up to the fans to like it or not. So it's for other people to tell us we're good or not. It's not for us to say we're good.
And that's understandable. I definitely know where you're coming from with that. I've taken up enough time. I want to thank you all. Frank and Joe Adamo, Art Maglio, Ralph Gibbons from the band Legion.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Good.
Hey, anytime, guys, and I wish you the best. Have fun at the Rock Carnival on October 2nd, and I hope Warbeast is a huge success for you guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Much success to you, bro.
Hey, I appreciate it. Anytime you're in the area, come up to Massachusetts or New Hampshire or Connecticut or whatever.
Yeah, and if anybody wants tickets for the carnival, come and see us. They can get them on our website.
Awesome plug, man. Awesome plug.
Hey, you gotta do the PR,
Hey, I hear you, and I will let that go, too, so don't you worry about it.
LegionOfficial.com.
All right, once again, ladies and gentlemen, Frank and Joe Adamo, guitars, Art Maglio, bass, Ralph Gibbons, vocalist from the band Legion. I thank you. Good luck. I wish you the best. Take care, and keep on rocking, guys.
All right, bro. Take care, man.
Have a good one.
Good night, brother.
All right, again, ladies and gentlemen, the band Legion. Rock on, gentlemen.
Thanks.
Later. I am Greg, a.k.a. Crazy G, once again, for NECR New England Concert Reviews. Have a good one.